materials I used weight for acrylic yarn in red and green, a 3.5mm hook, a pair of scissors, and a darning needle. We're gonna start with the green yarn to make a slip knot, and then chain 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 50 more. So once you have your chain one more, so 61, and then cut your yarn and cut it so you have enough for sewing. This is the first part. Now to make the leaf, start with a slip knot, and then chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After that, in the second chain from the hook, insert a slip stitch. So insert the hook, pull up a loop, and then pull through the loop on the hook. And then in the second chain, a single crochet. So insert the hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through another loop. And then a half double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and then pull through all 3 loops. And then a double crochet, yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through 2, and then a half double crochet. So yarn over, pull up a loop, and then pull through all 3, and then a single crochet, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then a slip stitch in the last one. We're gonna crochet on the other side, so this bottom side. So turn your work, and then make a slip stitch in that same hole, and then a single crochet in the next space, and then a half double crochet, pull up all 3, and then a double crochet, pull through 2, pull through 2, and then one more half double crochet, now a single crochet, and finally a slip stitch in that first loop. You're gonna have to use your nail, fix the project, and slip stitch. So this is one leaf. Now to make the other, gonna chain 8 again. Just chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Skip that first chain and then make a slip stitch, then a single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, another half double crochet, and a single crochet, and lastly a slip stitch. So we're gonna repeat the same set of stitches on the other side. To attach the leaf to the chain, use your crochet hook to go through the middle right here, and then just use the hook to pull it through. It's gonna be a little tricky, but there. And that's the first part done. Now to make the hearts. To make the heart, you're gonna make a magic ring. So if you don't know how to make a magic ring, this is how I do it. I hold the yarn like this over my 3 fingers, and then hold the tail with my pinky and my ring finger, and then over my index and my middle finger, I bring the yarn to the back, and then I make an X like that, hold it with my thumb, and then use your hook to go under that first loop and over that second loop, pull up, twist, and then hold it like this. Then I get my working yarn and make a chain. And then that is the magic ring. So for the first round, make 6 single crochets. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then make 5 more. Then once you have your 6 single crochets inside the ring, just pull on this tail right here to close it. Gonna go into this first single crochet and make a slip stitch. So pull up a loop and then pull through, and then chain 1 to start the second round. For the second round, you're gonna increase in all the stitches, so 6 increases. So 1 and 2 single crochets in the same stitch, and then 1 increase, so 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet in the same stitch. So do that all the way around. Now to slip stitch into the first single crochet right here. So you're gonna want to make sure you don't crochet into this slip stitch, because this right here is a slip stitch and then this is a chain. So skip those and go to the first single crochet right here, and then make a slip stitch and then chain 1. To start the third row, just make 1 single crochet into each stitch. So you should have 12 single crochets at the end. So go into that first stitch right below the chain and make 1 single crochet, and then 2, 3, 4. Once you have your 12 single crochets, slip stitch into that first single crochet. So right there, and then slip stitch, and then chain 1. And you're gonna cut this chain one right here, because this is the first side of the heart. And now we're just gonna repeat this process to make the second side, but don't cut the yarn. Once you've made your slip stitch for the third round, we're gonna attach it to this other side that we made for the heart. So you can insert it into any stitch. We're gonna go all the way around to make 24 single crochets. So just insert like this, get this out of the way, and pull up a loop, and then just make a single crochet, and then go all the way around. Skip this side because this is where I fastened off, so this would be the slip stitch and this is the chain one. So go over that and then go into this stitch. So this would be 4. Okay, so once you're finished round four, to start round 5, we're gonna go into this stitch. So the second one, and make a slip stitch and chain 1. So after that, insert 1 single crochet, and 3 more. So 2, 3, 4. And once you have 4 single crochets, we're gonna do a decrease. So to do a decrease, we're gonna insert our hook into the front loop of the next stitch. So this one right here. See if I can, this front loop of the next stitch, and then into the front loop of the other stitch, and then pull through both of those loops, and then yarn over to make a single crochet. So we're basically making 2 single crochet stitches into 1. So we're bringing down the number of our stitches. So make 1 more decrease. So in the front loop of 2 stitches, and then pull through a loop through both, and then yarn over and single crochet. Now make 8 single crochets. And after that last single crochet, we're gonna make 2 decreases. So 1 decrease, and then another, and then make 4 single crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, and then the last stitch, 4. And then this is our slip stitch and chain right there. So slip stitch into this single crochet right here, and chain 1. For round 6, we're just gonna insert 1 single crochet into all the stitches. So 1 single crochet and then all the way around. Now for round 7, gonna slip stitch into that first single crochet and chain 1. Now for round 7, we're gonna do 3 single crochets. So that's the first one, and then 2 more, and 3, and now we're gonna do 2 decreases. So the first decrease, insert your hook into that front loop, and then again into the second stitch, pull up a loop, and then single crochet to make 1 more. And then single crochet 6 times. And then that's 6. Now to decrease 2 times. And then 1 more. And then in the last 3 stitches, 1 single crochet. So one, 2, and then 3. For round 8, gonna slip stitch, and then 1 single crochet, then chain 1, and we're gonna do 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2, and then 2 decreases. Then another, and then 4 single crochets. And now 2 more decreases. And then 2 single crochets in the last stitches. That's 1 and 2. Now to slip stitch and chain 1. And right here is where I add the stuffing, but before that, I'm gonna attach this chain to the heart. Pick one of the chains and your darning needle and just thread it. And then I'm gonna put this right in the center of the heart. And I'm gonna tie a knot. So this is how I do it. I wrap it around one of my fingers and then go through with the darning needle. And then I pull it tight like that. Double knot it also to make it more secure so it won't come undone. And then I add the stuffing. If you don't have stuffing or fiber fill, you could also use yarn scraps to stuff the project. After you've added your stuffing, to start round 9, we're just gonna do decreases all around, so 6 decreases. And we're not gonna start with this chain. We're gonna start with that second single crochet for the first decrease. This one. And then do decreases all around, so 5 more decreases. This is the last stitch, and then this is the slip stitch, so we're gonna decrease that. And then pull up a long tail and cut your yarn. Once you're finished with the decreases, then you weave in your ends, thread the needle, and just go through all of the stitches to pull it closed. Once you're finished with the ends, just cut the excess yarn and then use your darning needle to stuff this inside. And now to weave in the ends on the leaf. So after you're done weaving in your ends, this is what you're left with. And just repeat the steps to make the second heart and tie in the string before you add your stuffing, and then that's it. So here's the finished charm, and if you enjoyed the tutorial, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications to get notified whenever I post another video.